Hello, my name is Seb, and for the past 2 years or so, I built this Faceless channel on screen right now to over $215,000 in revenue. And the wild part is that even though I don't post much on it, I will show you. In the last 28 days, I posted on it. If it will update. Yeah, I just posted a video just recently. I will show you the last 90 days. I think maybe 2 videos at most. I don't post much on it, like once a month, because I have so many channels right now. My focus is a bit scattered, but it's still making me over $100 a day consistently, and that is the power of Faceless YouTube. Like every video you post, if they are evergreen, which we will talk about, can pay you for years in the future, and it's basically just real estate without the annoying tenants. Now, these videos on this channel aren't complicated to make, with like crazy edits, Mr. Beast style, spending $100 per frame. It's not that, it's just simple compilation videos, taking people's content and re-uploading it on my channel. Like, it took me, I remember, an hour to make these videos max, and it cost me close to nothing to make them. I used free tools, just like free AI tools. The only tool I actually paid to use was a Level Labs, which was to get a good sounding AI voiceover, because my accent would ruin the views and I didn't want to talk on camera. But that was basically it. This was my first Faces channel, and I kept the costs as low as possible, and you can just see the results it got me. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how you can do this too. In fact, I'm going to show you 2 strategies. And the first one is the exact process I used to scale this channel to over $200,000. Like sourcing the clips, turning them into compilations, adding AI voiceovers, and plugging in affiliate offers to actually multiply the revenue. And the second one is kind of crazy because it's literally just reposting clips, like making them into compilation with almost no editing, and like hardly anyone's talking about it. But like, it works, and I'll show you how it can make you money too. And by money, I mean some actual serious money. So whether you want to put in a little more effort with the compilations or go the more minimal effort reposting route, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to start. So the first one, this is the channel I will show this method with. It's absolutely blowing up right now. It's literally doing 8.5 million views a month, and that with like a $6 RPM. So RPM means revenue per 1,000 views. He's probably making, or if it's multiple people, they're probably making over $50,000 a month, and that is only going to increase in Q4, so the last 3 months of the year. If you don't know what that means, because that's when advertisers spend more on YouTube. So if he gets the same amount of views, he could be making close to 100k a month these last 3 months of the year. So if you're on the edge right now to actually start a Faces channel, then I strongly advise you start now, because it's the perfect time to start to build up your channel right before Q4. And he's just now blowing up, like, Jesus, what's that? 900, that's close to 1 million views a day. This was literally 2 days ago. And that's probably $6,000 a day just from simple compilation videos. And people say to me that they can't make 10k a month with YouTube. Like, please, be serious. Like, as you can see, it's just very simple. We'll go into detail, but it's just very simple compilation videos. It's crazy. Now, Next Level, which is a Chrome extension that I strongly recommend you download. It's free. I will put it in the link in the description. I think it's already there, but they couldn't check if this channel was monetized, but I will show you that it is. So I'm just going to go to a site that actually checks it. I'm just going to copy paste that in. Yeah, and as you can see, they are monetized. They're actually making money with ad revenue of this channel. And I will actually show you how the videos are. Like, I will go into, let's take this one. I've already seen a bit of it, just to actually get a kind of picture of it. But as you can see here, this one 3 weeks ago, 1 million views from one video. And it basically just has these incredible moments, as it says, just, just videos they have found from the internet and just compile it together. They don't have fancy editing, they just compile clips. Now, their videos usually start with like a person, a AI voiceover saying like, "Hello guys," and they don't have any fancy editing. They basically just compile clips. Now, you can't just, I will just let it play so actually you guys can see it. I will try not to actually get striked by them. But like, they just compile clips. Now, you can't just compile clips adding nothing and expect to get monetized on YouTube, as they do add a voiceover here and there inside the video, just kind of explaining the context of a few of the clips. Like if it's a bit of a longer clip, or if it's something that kind of needs explanation, then they kind of do that. I will show you just one here.
There are moments when nature blurs the line between fury and wonder. As the storm approaches and the sky burns red, it reminds us, destruction can arrive wrapped in beauty.
and they're just kind of explaining a bit of what's happening, adding some context, just making the clip kind of a bit more transformative. And this is an AI voiceover, if you couldn't tell, from Level Labs, and it's probably the most generic one out there, but again, like, look at the views, it doesn't matter. Now you have to add something like this, like you have to make it kind of original, like a commentary over it, talking about what's happening. And this can be done with AI, of course, ChatGPT and Level Labs pretty easily. And that's because we need to do it in a fair use manner, which is a YouTube rule, or it's kind of more like a copyright rule, but it's a rule that YouTube has to comply with, where you don't just steal the clips without adding anything to it. So that basically means if you just take the clips and you kind of compile them without adding anything further to that, then that wouldn't be considered fair use. And the fair use rule is why some channels like Jake Tran, for instance, can use movie clips, because he adds something to it. He uses a lot of various movie clips, first of all, and he just talks over them with a kind of different context. And he just kind of uses movie clips as B-roll. The same thing is true when it comes to compilation videos. You take videos that you find and compile them together and explain a few of them. And that is enough to make it transformative. And because you have a fair few clips in the video, it can be enough for it to be considered fair use, because it's such a small portion of the video and you're already putting it in an educational sort of way. It might be a bit difficult to understand this, I understand that, but I would show you the process, which I'm going to do now, and it will just make it way easier for you to understand. Okay, let's say we want to copy this channel's success. We're basically just going to do similar videos to them, just copy that kind of format and add our own sort of twist to it. So what performed best on this channel, which is these incredible moments they're called videos. The first step is finding clips. Now there are a bunch of ways to do this. I primarily use TikTok or just various subreddits, so just use what you prefer. For this one, I'm just going to use subreddits and TikTok. So I'm basically just going on the subreddit that is related to the kind of videos I'm trying to make. So something like unexpected, so just kind of unexpected twists happening, and I would just look through it to actually find something that we can actually download and we can include in our compilation video. So maybe something like this. Yeah, this lady almost got her head chopped off of a boat, so this might be something. I'm just gonna open that in a new tab. Maybe something like this. Again, incredible moments. This might be actually a good clip to use. That is pretty incredible. Maybe some more. You have to kind of go through this to actually find if something looks good. This video wasn't short enough, I'm not going to use that. I sorted by this month, you can also do all time. To actually kind of get the best clips out there from this subreddit. So like something, I found this clip. This is something you could definitely use. That's something you can use. There's thousands of videos on here. Next one is using TikTok. I'm just gonna search something like incredible moment, and then you just scroll through. Here we're gonna get tons of videos. Of course, not every single one is gonna be something that you can actually use, but maybe something like this. A glacier. Just scroll through. Yeah, glacier makes like waves. That might be something that you can have, so I'm just gonna again open that in a new tab. Then what I usually do is I just take the link and I add it to a Google Doc folder. I'll show you like this, so just have it so I know what kind of videos I'm going to use. And then I use like a video downloader. There's thousands of these, or not thousands, but there are a lot of these. Something like TikTok video downloader, Reddit video downloader. You basically just take the video link, just paste the link here, and you will have the opportunity to actually download it. And that's basically how you do it. Now when you have the clips downloaded, you want to add some lines to actually make it transformative. We will do this with ChatGPT, so just first decide how many videos you want lines to. If you want to be on the safe side, it's usually best to add lines to every single one in the start, because you have to kind of be on the safe side, because you want to apply for monetization when you get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, and YouTube will go through your content and then see if you are eligible for monetization. But after getting monetized, you can be a bit less strict on it and maybe have lines for one third clips instead of every single one. So to make the lines for clips very easily, just basically write a few keywords for it, just kind of a rough explanation. I will show you. So this video is the glacier video, so I'm just gonna write something like glacier falls into ocean, causes waves that almost reaches the people filming. Something like that. And then we'll ask ChatGPT to generate us some good lines using this prompt. I will give you the prompts later, don't worry about that, but I basically just changed the lines here. You can of course add more if you have more lines. That's usually more effective. And I also kind of changed the tone I want. Basically just send that. And then you get something like this. If you're not happy with it, just say write 5 more and make it a bit better and longer. And longer. So then you will get a few options and you just choose what works best, and personally I will use this 5th one. Next step is to actually create the AI voiceover. For this, I strongly recommend the Level Labs. It's the best type of platform. There are probably a lot more to actually use, but just what I've found and what is without a doubt just the best one in terms of price and just voices you can actually do. It's a Level Labs. So basically you go to text to speech or studio. It kind of depends. If you have a very long video, then it's probably best to use studio, but in the start, just to kind of test around and to see with these kind of settings what actually works best, then it's best to use this text to speech tab. Then paste in what you want the voiceover to say. Then you want to find a voice. With the new voice design for V3, you can make your own voice. It's pretty good. Like there's just write a prompt and you get a voice in return. You can definitely use that. I've used that for my Instagram page, but there are also just tons of voices to actually take from. Like I will go to voices here just to kind of show you. You can go to filters, and you can just choose what you want. Just stick to English, although most of them are in English. Quality, high quality. Gender, if you have a more male audience type of channel, then choose male. If it's female, then choose that. Age also depends kind of on your audience avatar. Middle age is probably good. Notice period, this is a bit important. You want something that has that kind of longer notice period. This basically means if you can't use the voice anymore, you will get this long of a notice period. So let's say I used the voice and I had a 1 year notice period. Then I will get a notification that you can't use this voice anymore. You have 1 year left to use it. Then you will have to find another one. So I usually do like 180 days. There's not a lot of voices that kind of go out, but there's not a lot of voices that kind of gets deleted or aren't run anymore. But you know, just to stay on the safer side. Custom rates, you can of course include or exclude. I usually exclude because, and same for level moderation enabled, because some voices are made to kind of profit of you using it, and they might have like very high rates. So just gonna click apply that, and you just get hundreds of voices to use. Just go through these, find something that fits you, and when you've done that, you want to click the add to my voices. And then go back to text to speech, and you just want to select your voice, and you basically just hit generate speech. And that's basically it. If you have some mistakes, then click regenerate speech. You will get 2 free regenerations if you don't change it. Like if I just do a small change, like that way it was nature's big reminder, something like this, then yeah, I have to generate the speech again. So if there is just something wrong with the AI voiceover, or like the 11 Labs made a mistake, then you get 2 free regenerations at no extra cost. Then you want to edit in CapCut. I'm using CapCut because it's free. There are tons of different softwares to use, but this is usually the most easiest one, and you know, the free version. So I'm just going to show you the basics. Now you just want to paste in your clips. Usually they will be in this kind of format, but we want to be in like a long form format. So you go to ratio here, and you want to click 16:9, and then as you can see, it will get that black bar. You can do your own custom one. You can add like just a background blur based on it. You can add something from here. So I'm just gonna show you kind of how to do it. Probably not a good thing to use, but like a forest sky view. This will be kind of disruptive, so don't use that. But I'm just gonna show you how that kind of looks. Let's try that under there, and as you can see, yeah, you have that. Don't use that, but that's just an example of how to actually do it. Now to actually add the kind of voiceover, you would just want to make sure it's kind of trimmed a bit like this. Just want to add it under it, and then usually if you want like you want it to kind of play, and then you want to, I will show you. You want to have the voiceover, but you don't want to kind of overlay the sound too much, because that can be disruptive. So I'm just gonna click this split here. As you can see, I just want to delete that. Don't need that. And here, as you can see the audio, kind of the audio waves, and then I usually just take that down. It varies how much you want. You can mute it if you want, so you just have the AI voiceover playing, or you can just have it a bit louder. Something like, I will show you something like this maybe. You might also want to add like kind of a fade sound to it, so it kind of just, if you mute it, it kind of just fades into it. So something like this. Yeah, and that's basically how you do it. If you want to kind of crop out the text, you just go to this crop tool, then you just slide that up there, and that's how you do it. And that's basically how you edit easily in CapCut. You can of course add some transitions. I'd have more clips, but you can just find something like, if you're gonna transition to the next clip, then you can just find something that works. Maybe something like that, passerby. Of course, there are better options. Just try finding something that looks good and just, you know, perfect it as much as possible to actually maximize the amount of views and retention that you can get. So next step is you want to actually make the thumbnails for the video. This is very important, because if you don't have a good packaging, so if you don't have a good title and thumbnail, then no one's going to click and no one's going to see the amazing clips that you have inside of here. And you can see that, you know, the best type of thumbnails, ones that are most intriguing, are the ones that are getting the most views. Like some of these are clearly AI, like clearly there isn't 1,000 snakes here, but like some of these are screenshots. Like this one is probably a screenshot of a video. Now, you don't actually have to make the thumbnails, like make it in AI, or just go scouring on the internet to actually find good thumbnails. You can copy these thumbnails and just change some aspects. Like literally everyone does it. I will go back to this video and I will just show you. If I actually search with Google Lens, yeah, as you can see, there's just hundreds of videos here just using the exact same thumbnail, and they're probably getting a lot of views. I'll try finding something that might actually have 1 in a billion moments in nature. It's just a bit different. Yeah, 103,000 views on a channel with 364,000 subscribers. So I will show you how to actually do this. Just copy it and kind of change some aspects. So I'll just find something, maybe something that I can maybe improve on. Yeah, so just a video like this didn't get a lot of views, or it did get a decent amount, but I'm just gonna copy that picture. Then I'm gonna go to Canva. Now Canva is a free kind of design site. Then I'm gonna just click create a design and search after thumbnail to actually get the aspect ratio of thumbnails, which is this one here. Then I'm just going to paste that into here, and I just want to crop because I don't actually want there. I don't want that one, so I'm just going to crop it like this and see if that actually looks good. Of course, you can Photoshop that out. But just something like this can definitely be a thumbnail. And then you can just actually mess with the, what a lot of people do is just mess a bit with the settings. Adjust the brightness, adjust the saturation, etc. I'll just show you, click adjust, mess around with the brightness, contrast, whatever, highlights. You want to highlight the white a bit, shadows, whites, a bit like this. I'm just doing it quickly, of course, just find something that works. Just a saturation like this, sharpness. Of course, it might look a bit blurry, but most people are gonna see it like this. So you just really want to zoom out a bit to actually kind of see how people are looking it from that kind of angle. Not everyone is looking at it like this, like you are doing when editing it, and people like won't really see the details, so don't focus too much on the details. You just want to make sure it's a picture that looks kind of nice and is easy to understand. Then something like this, then you could also just add an arrow. So I'm just going to go to elements, I'm going to search after arrow, just try finding something that is actually free to use. This one was free, so I'm just going to copy it in here. Then I might just add it a bit like here. Never mind, I'm just going to position it. Maybe like pointing to its, yeah, pointing something like here. Of course, you don't actually have to use CapCut, you can use Google to find the arrow, but I'm just going to show you. But like, it doesn't have to be more complicated than that. You can easily just do that and you can run away with it and you can make some decent amount of money, as you can see. But your packaging is very important, but so just try to spend as much as time on that as possible, just researching what works and just copying that, doing it in a bit of a different aspect, and you will get results. And that's basically how you make this. You don't have to, if you have only one format like this, you don't have to like change the title and think of a title every single video. Like these people do numbered titles. And of course you want to make it a bit different from them. We don't want to just copy and paste. We want to replicate what's working and add our own spin. So like we would do something like incredible moments caught in camera that you won't believe, #1. Like that could be a series. So you just change the number every single video. Now that was the first strategy. The second strategy I want to talk about, and this one is very untapped. I see very few people executing on it, and I see absolutely nobody talking about it. And like maybe the few people who are actually doing it are trying to gatekeep it, but anyways, I'm going to talk about it now. But the strategy is basically going into more risky compilation niches that have the chance of getting striked or demonetized, but just not monetizing it with ad revenue. Because just think about it for a second. Everyone who makes YouTube videos in 2025 want to earn money off ad revenue, and I don't blame them. It's pretty nice to wake up every single day and see like a new number, see that you made over $100 a day. Just on this dashboard here, but there are just so many other monetization opportunities with Faceless YouTube, like affiliate marketing, digital products, communities, merch, etc. There are a lot of ways to actually make money, and a lot of people are just limiting themselves to ad revenue. And the best thing is, of course, to combine them all. But for compilation channels, you can really make some serious money from these other monetization methods. And that is a big plus for you, because when people limit themselves to ad revenue, they won't go into more risky niches because of the chances of getting monetized. So in some niches, there's just so much demand, but the supply is low because, of course, that niche is risky. Not a lot of people want to make content around it. But if your goal is not to get monetized, then guess what? You can't get demonetized. And copyright strikes and claims are a lot more rare on channels that don't have monetization on. So just to show you one opportunity that I have seen, and that is car crashes. Like, who doesn't like seeing car crashes? Like, of course not people dying or getting seriously hurt, but like slight car crashes, people driving like idiots and then crashing, road rages, etc. Pulling out their gun because of road rage. Like that's entertainment, and a lot of people like it, but it's way too risky to actually get that monetized. But what you can do to make money on a channel like this, for instance, like Dashcam Lessons does, is that they affiliate for, like, have a guess, dashcams, if you couldn't tell. But like they post these crazy videos, road rage, best of road rage, big guy versus my Glock. They do insane car crashes, USA. most brutal car crashes of the year. Now that's maybe very extreme, but like you can just see the views that they're getting. Like just checking their channel stats, they're doing 8.5 million views monthly, and that was a bad month. So like the last 6 months, they almost got 60 million views. And I will go on a video to actually show you how they make their money and how they monetize this. What they basically do is they affiliate for dash cams on Amazon, and they also have a promo code that they can use, which definitely increases their conversion, but it's basically just a link to Amazon. And this is one of the products that they push. It's basically a dash cam 4K that you can have like an app, live view, etc. It cost $330, and probably a lot of the reason why they picked this is because, as you can see, this company in particular, they offer a 10% commission. So like for every sale that they get through their link on this product, they're making over $30 per sale. They're making over $30 in commission. So just to give you some numbers, like let's say they got 1% monthly to buy dash cams, that would be $2.4 million. Now that's maybe a bit unrealistic unless it's very pushed, and most people are looking for entertainment in these sort of compilation niches, and they aren't looking to buy something. But even like a 0.1 conversion rate, that would still be $250,000 a month or so. Like that's $250,000 a month affiliating for dash cams just with simple compilation videos. And I didn't even mention this, but you can just compile clips with no editing, no voiceover, etc., no radio transitions, when you don't actually have the goal of getting monetized. So it's just so easy. Like the opportunities are endless with YouTube, and compilation videos are one of the best ways to actually get your foot in the door and get started and actually take advantage of this. And it's what I started with, and now I make over $50,000 a month across all my channels in different niches and different formats. So don't sleep on YouTube long form. Like forget TikTok, Instagram, Shorts, whatever. They have horrible ad revenue. Like you need 1 billion views a month to be able to afford a hamburger at McDonald's. Like there is no other way to monetize. Most people watch 100 videos a minute, and they give each videos like maybe a second before swiping. Like the conversion rate, if you affiliate for something, are just horrible. And you can't with YouTube like decide, okay, this video I want to affiliate for this, and in this other one I want to affiliate for this, because you can't put the links in the captions. And you also build a lot more trust with your audience with long form content, and you can actually build a loyal audience and build a brand, and that is hard to do on these other platforms. So don't get left behind. You're so early when it comes to Faceless YouTube. Join the free school, link is in the description. I have a full beginner course there. There is also a community. I'll just show you a bit, like tools and resources, niche list, videos and case studies, freelancer list, etc. Also a very great community that you can join. I will also include the prompts I used and the links to the tools inside there. So get inside, join the community of like-minded people, and yeah, have a great day, and I will see you inside.